Have you ever looked at what you leave behind when you lift up a coffee cup that's just been sitting there for a while? The spilled coffee forms rings, and not just any rings, but nice clear blobs, all outlined with a dark ring around the edge. Why does that happen? This has bugged physicists for years. They call it the coffee ring effect. I'm not making this up. This is a real scientific puzzle because it has to do with the behaviors of fluids, which has much wider implications than just a strange-looking stain on the lunchroom table. Scientists do think, however, that they figured out why coffee stains form this way. It has to do with what the various shapes of coffee particles do as the liquid evaporates. Coffee bits can be either circular or have an elongated shape. When coffee dries, the circular particles drift to the outer edges, forming that distinctive ring, while the elongated bits dry out where they are. Scientists believe that this discovery will have major implications on the formulations of things like, printer ink. So there's a secret about coffee stains. Now let's get into some secrets of rock.
This is The Secret History of Rock with Alan Cross.
Welcome again. I'm Alan Cross, and there's lots to cover over the next couple of hours. We'll have a few adventures in musical technology, a look back to 1984, a segment called Screw You, I'm Going Solo, plus another useless information segment. But first, let's talk about finding a name for your band. If you've ever had to do this, you'll know that it is absolutely torturous. Let's just think about this for a bit. Number one, everybody in the band has to be happy with whatever name you choose. Good luck with that. Many bands have broken up before their first gig just because they couldn't agree on what to call themselves. Number two, whatever name you choose has to be catchy, easy to remember, and easy to spell. Your name is your brand, so it has to be something that captures the essence of everything you do, from your sound to your image, without being too stupid or pretentious. Number three, can you get the domain name? Before the internet, this never used to be a problem. But if you're going to have a proper online presence, which is crucial these days, you need a proper internet address. And that's tough. Oasis had to make do with oasisinet.com because a dating site already had oasis.com and they weren't about to give it up without a big fight and a big check. Number four, your name must lend itself to good graphic design. If you can't make a cool logo from it, you're in trouble marketing-wise. You're limiting your appeal. Nine Inch Nails, Linkin Park, Led Zeppelin, and the Lips and Tongue logo of the Rolling Stones are all brilliant examples of band logos. And number five, perhaps most importantly, your band name has to be unique and unused by anyone anywhere in the world, currently or in the past. Again, that's extremely difficult after 60-some years of rock and roll, but there are at least a bunch of web resources that you can use to help you with that. With all that in mind, let's contemplate the Arcade Fire. Where did that name come from? Well, an actual arcade that caught on fire. Win Butler and his wife Regine were living in Exeter in New Hampshire, where Win was going to school. Win heard about a local arcade going up in smoke from a kid, and he thought that, the Arcade Fire. Sounds like a pretty good name for a band.